Welcome to another episode of Bum with a Wrench. I'm your host, Daniel. And on today's episode, it's going to be a lot of 7-liter. Right now, this is these are the parts for the 57. When I took the car apart, a lot of these inner fenders and hood and fenders and that kind of stuff, I stacked them all up on my aluminum trailer outside, threw a tarp over top of them, and totally forgot about them. Well, you know, we're starting to get weather now, of course, and you know, I don't want these things to get ruined. You know, and it already looks like just sitting outside took a little bit of beating on them. I already polished up most all the parts, but right now I'm just going to get this stuff cleaned up and not put them back outside again because that was not smart. So I got a little corner over there in the showroom. I'll just stick them on the floor over there in the corner. With them all cleaned up and stuff, they won't do any damage. So that's what I'm going to work on. But on today's episode, 7-liter. So I'm going to pull the air conditioning boxes back out, kind of lay them out, and then real quickly just kind of show you where I'm at. And then let's get them assembled and back into that car. So this part of the show is going to go very quick. I'm not going to draw this out. So it's probably going to happen over, you know, maybe even a week's time. I don't know. It's going to be a little bit lengthy. But an update on the 65 hardtop. I did take that transmission in. They're going to rebuild the Cruise-O-Matic that was in it. It was a little bit pricey, but still less than a TCI Street Fighter C6. So even with them rebuilding it, I'm still saving myself a couple $1,000s. And they give me, he was saying it would take them 2 weeks, and you know, and it comes with a 1-year warranty. So I mean, hey, that ain't bad. So it'll be a couple weeks before I can get onto the transmission on that car. So what my goal is, and these are these 2 weeks, right? I want to, as soon as that car is back together, it's going to come off the hoist. The next car to go on that hoist is going to be the Camaro. So I don't need the hoist for the 7-liter. So that Camaro is going to come out, go right onto that hoist. The only reason it's not over there yet is because that one doesn't run and that one doesn't run, and I'm only one guy, and pushing these cars, man, classic cars, when you're trying to push them, they are heavy, you know. And I already don't have a very good leg and back and arm and everything else. So that one's going to stay on the hoist until I get the transmission in a couple weeks. So that gives me a couple weeks to get this the 7-liter buttoned up. I mean, that's totally doable in my book. I just need to get these parts cleaned up real quick, and then I'm going to pull those parts out of the trunk, lay them out, and then let's take a look at them real fast, and then start finish them up, get them assembled. I'm going to get the outer shells assembled. I still have to pull the inner shell out of the convertible that's out there in the parking lot. It's only a couple bolts and it pops right out. Then I got to clean that one up and get it in the car. So let me get working on that. Let me get these cleaned up. I'll get those pulled out, and then let's take a look and see where we're at. Circle back to this because it's been a month or so. The last time I really kind of dug into that car. I've been working on the boxes on and off, you know, for a few minutes, but haven't really worked on the car. So I need to kind of get back into that, you know, switch my brain back into that mode and see where we're at. Get this car buttoned up. So give me a couple minutes. Let me get all that stuff out, and we'll jump back into this. All right, welcome back to what seems like forever on air conditioning boxes. Man, you know, I know I told you guys I wasn't going to bring you in on this, but it's the following Monday. Like, it's been a week, maybe longer. I don't know. You know, you got to get stuff done, and I'm getting it done. But some things just take for absolute ever. And this is one of those things. But you got to do it. Because if you want the air conditioning to work, it has to work, right? That's the point in all this. There's more to air conditioning than just putting Freon in a system and then saying, okay, you know, cold air. No. You got to make sure all these stupid little doors open and close, and the biggest pain in the butt is finding parts that just don't exist anymore. So what do you do when you can't buy a part? It doesn't exist. They don't make it. You know, you try and find one, which I did. I found one on eBay. I just ordered it right now. It was like $90 or something for this stupid thing. I think I made this one work though. And what you got is this is the vacuum control for the heater, right? So this goes on the outside box, and when you dial heat on the inside of the car, it sends vacuum, right? So when you dial the heat, it moves a cable which is connected to that other piece around here somewhere. It's connected to this piece, which shuts the air conditioning off, and then moves that back, right? And what this does is this allows vacuum to flow. This is basically a valve, a vacuum valve. So in the off position, no vacuum flows. On position, vacuum flows through this and then opens this ball, which then closes that door on the outside box to the air conditioner. And this one sends vacuum to the inside, which opens the inside door, right? It's basically how that works. So if you don't have this piece, nothing works. Well, I mean, some of it works. But if you've got, like I always said, if you got hot and cold, you have no air conditioner. So without this, I could lock it in the closed position, which would basically just not allow the heater core to open. And then I could just bypass the vacuum controlled heater control valve. But then if I did that, this door, this wouldn't work, because again, this has to turn this on. So then this wouldn't work, so that door on the outside wouldn't work. And then there's a line that goes to the inside that moves the heater door on the inside. Of course, that wouldn't work. All because can't find this piece, right? So what I did was I disassembled it, and what it's got is it's got this little needle valve on the inside right here. And so that needle goes up and it comes up into this little cavity right here at the front, and then into the top, and that's what plugs off this, right? And then you open it and it pulls that needle back, which allows the vacuum to flow. Well, in the closed position, it would close the vacuum off okay. It did fine in that. But when you opened it, it wouldn't allow vacuum to flow through this, because on the inside, there's a little diaphragm. And just like all diaphragms when they get old, they crack and leak. And so basically what it was doing was it was allowing the vacuum to just blow off into here, or suck, you know, from there instead of from here. So what I did was I took this thing apart, took that little diaphragm out, which looks like just a little rubber disc, and then on the shaft right here on the inside, it was bonded to it, had a little seal. So I took a rubber glove, cut one of the fingers off, snipped a little tiny hole in the top, slipped the shaft through it so that the shaft went all the way through, and then trimmed that little rubber O-ring, rubber diaphragm that was in there before, trimmed all the excess off of it, jammed it up in the glove, trimmed the glove, and then put it all back down there, and put the little, it's like a pressed like keeper that keeps that whole thing pushed down. I press that back down in there. Seems to work. I don't know. I mean, but like I said, I found another one. It's an NOS piece. However, you know, it's from the late 60s. So how long do you think that rubber diaphragm is going to last? Now, it's supposed to be, you know, new on shelf or new off shelf or whatever NOS stands for. So even if it wasn't mounted to a car, I mean, the rubber can still get old and crusty and crack. So, I don't know. Really just pulling my hair out with this stupid thing. But there's not much you can do. I mean, you got to get it done, right? And it's, you know, I feel like I'm going so slow on it, but at the same time, you know, it's more than just like all the little cosmetic stuff that I was talking about, making it right, making it look right. All that stuff's done. Now it's just a matter of, I can't put the inside box in because the part that goes right here, that goes to the defroster for the windshield, is non-existent. Again, it's like this part. Can't find it. It's a little oval doohickey, right, with this little tiny hose that's attached to it in that same oval shape that goes up to a plastic diffuser that pushes the defrost across the windshield. The plastic piece that goes here, and so what it does is it lips in here, and then it's got a little peg that pegs it in there right there. This part right here, you know, goes like this, right? And so these are all your vents for your vents on the inside of the car. This is jammed up inside the dashboard. So this is the highest piece with all these hoses and crap right here, right? So you can't really get to this. But somehow, you're supposed to pop that little push pin that holds this thing in and lip that out of place before you remove this. Now, I tried because I knew that piece was going to be impossible to find. However, I did find one. I'm not going to buy it because it looks just as, you know, not mangled. It looks just as fragile as the other pieces that I do have. So why am I going to buy something that's just going to rip as soon as I put it in there? I'm not going to do that. It's a waste of money. I have two of them. It's already ripped. This one's not ripped. How it was not ripped. Somebody, I don't know, disassembled it correctly. Maybe I disassembled it wrong. I don't know. You can't get to it. How do you? Yeah. So now I'm playing around trying to find basically a tubing that's oval to fit that shape, right? As well as trying to find stuff like this or make stuff like this work, which I'm down to the last few pieces now. I could assemble the exterior box. I can't put the inside box in because I need that piece. There's no way to get to it. Absolutely no way to get to it with it in the car. Maybe if you took, I don't even know, and I'm not going to do it to find out. Maybe if you took the dashboard apart completely, which I'm, again, not going to do. I don't care. I ain't doing that. Every time, you know, you move something on this car, it either breaks or you found out it is broken and it needs to be replaced. I don't want to, you know, I'll save that adventure for another day. So, I'm really struggling to make content here. I mean, I don't want to, you know, I still got a lot of work to do to this one. So, and I don't want to just sit here and have you guys watch me sand on stupid AC boxes like I've said in the past. And like I told you in the past, I wasn't going to make another video until these were done and going in the car. However, got to make something, you know. Otherwise, you guys are just going to forget that I'm even here. So, I mean, this is the inside box that came out of the 65 convertible that I was going to put into the 66. It had quite a bit of damage on it. I've come to find out that this material that they used is quite sensitive to moisture, mold, that kind of stuff. And with that one being a convertible, it saw quite a bit of moisture and probably mold. And so it didn't weather very well. Either that or someone kicked the crap out of it. I don't know. But there's a lot of cracks. All those cracks are not a big deal. I mean, it's not the one that I would want to use. However, this one has the correct rivets in it. The one that was in the car has still glued edges and all kinds of other crap, which I did separate the outer box. I finally got it apart, cleaned it up. There's a little edge right here that's broken that I need to repair. And then this hole right here is a little bit broken. I need to repair that one. And then I need to somehow clean off the black paint that's on it. The lower half of the box is over there. It's in pretty good shape, but I do have this box that's all finished from the 65 convertible. So that one's done. I can assemble that, which I guess I'll start doing because I have nothing else to do. I do need to find one other vacuum bulb. It is the one that goes right here. I have one good one, but I need to do one for the 65 convertible, so I do need one more. This is the good one. This is the good one. And so this just mounts here, and it opens the door for the heater. That's all it does. That one right there on that box that was in the car was bad. So technically the heater would have never opened. So yeah, there's that. So I am coming across, pieces and parts that do work. Just going around. Got one of these vacuum bleeder kits off of Amazon. It's just basically a vacuum, So this one looks like it's bad at first when you start pulling vacuum on it, but what it is the vacuum's drawing down because it's drawing the bulb in. So this one's actually good. Nothing wrong with this one. You just gotta, when you pull vacuum on it, the vacuum starts to drop, because the bulb's moving in. Just gotta wait for the bulb to go in, and then you'll notice that, the bulb come out. This one's good. So, I can start assembling that, which I'll probably end up doing. I got to continue to work on this one. I really wish somebody started making some more of these parts. I guess it's not financially feasible for them to do that or whatever. But I wish there was some kind of alternative. I'm trying to think of some other way I could actually run that. Because literally all this stupid thing does is manually control vacuum, open and close. That's it. I wish there was something else I could put in there that would work. But I can't figure anything out. I can't find anything. So, I'm going to continue to glue on this thing, which now, of course, it's raining and we got high humidity. So, yay, that's good for epoxy. So I got to pull the heater over here and get that going on it, get the part hot, and then start gluing on this again. And really all that is just glue, sand, glue, sand, glue, sand, until basically you've filled that spot that you need to fill. It's nice and hard again. It's got some strength and rigidity to it, and it doesn't look like a big old boogery mess, because if you just slap a whole bunch of glue on it and then let it dry, it's going to run. It's going to be this big old boogery mess, which you don't want. So it's a lot of, put a little bit of glue on it. The glue is going to run and move before it hardens and kicks off. I don't like to use kicker and that kind of stuff because that fast action of the glue actually makes it brittle. I like it to cure normally. It makes the part stronger. And so you put a little on there, it runs, it kicks, it dries, come back with a razor blade, kind of straighten it, flatten it, and then a little bit of sandpaper, get it down flush again, do the process all over again. In some cases, you got to actually hold the part flat and straight while you're gluing it. Otherwise, you just get uneven edges and stuff. You know, most of these don't matter. These ones do. There's a little one here that really kind of doesn't matter, but you know, I'm here, I'm doing it, so might as well fill them all the way, make it all perfect and nice. But this box, the one that I took out of the 65 convertible, I think is actually going to go back into the 65 convertible because there are a lot of cracks on this. And even though that one doesn't have the correct rivets, it's in a lot better shape. So I really wish they wouldn't have cut that one apart and destroyed it the way they did. But, you know, can't cry over spilled milk. So, I did track down, well, I didn't, a buddy of mine tracked down some rivets that looked very similar. So I could actually try and do something like that. I mean, it still wouldn't be right, but it looked better than what's on there. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. I know it's boring, sorry. Don't mean to bore you guys, but that's the update that I got, which is not great, but hey, it's an update. I'm going to continue to work on this and try and get this straightened up as best as I can. We're probably looking at another week or so. I don't know when that part's going to show up, but I can always put it on later. I really need this part to show up. And what I did was I ordered a defrost vent for a CJ5, CJ7, but it does look like it's probably going to be a little bit too small. But at this point, I'll try anything. So I might have to make some kind of custom piece to make it fit. I don't know. Just got to keep trying. You know, those parts aren't very expensive. So I got a dryer vent. I even took a dryer vent. It was a 4-inch dryer vent, I think, 4 or 5 inch. I don't know. I can't remember. I think it was 4-inch. Yeah, didn't even come close. I need like 5.5 maybe would make it work. But that's an oddball size I don't think anybody makes. So anyways, still trying to come up with ideas. I even thought about like, cutting the dryer vent, widening it out, bending it over, and then using like an aluminum tape to fill the gap with. You know, again, just trying to figure something out. I don't know. I'll come up with something. It'll be some crazy, you know, hillbilly crap, but it'll work, hopefully. But anyways, that's the update. That's where I'm at. I'm going to keep plugging away at this. I'm probably just going to kick this video out just to kind of give you guys an idea on what's going on, where I'm at with all this stuff. You know, I don't want to leave you guys hanging, but I got to get this stuff done, so there's nothing else I can do. Again, the Camaro, that's what I'm trying to get to. That's the end goal. That's going to be great. There's going to be so many cool videos and stuff on that, but I just got to get to it. But it is important that I get this car done. So as far as the 65 hardtop goes, the transmission shop has the transmission. They've had it now for, you know, I guess today might be a week. They told me 2 weeks. I'm expecting it to probably be out for 3 weeks. So see how that goes. But as soon as that comes back, we'll throw that transmission in. I got to get that drive shaft down to a drive shaft shop and have that balanced and built. And then that thing should run and drive like a top now. We'll take it on a cruise and go down and see the rainy beach. You know, I don't know. Probably by the time that's done, it won't be raining anymore, you know, because it's Southern California and this is odd for us. But we got about 3-4 days of this rain crap going on. But hopefully I don't sink and float away, or I guess you can't sink and float, can you? Sink and drown, float and float. I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, that's the update on the cars. Trying to get to that Camaro. I have so many cool parts for that car. It's gonna be ton of fun. But got to get through this first. So that's gonna do it. I'm gonna kick this episode out. Sorry, it's so boring. I'm just trying to, let you guys know where I'm at, what's going on here in the shop. It's a lot of just this, so boring. Anyways, thanks for watching my boring episode. Hopefully next episode we will have that car buttoned up. Like I said, finish up the fuel injection should be real easy. You got to do a little wiring on it. Should be simple. Put the front end back on it. It's all pretty easy stuff, straightforward. So, but until next time, guys, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I know this one's, I won't be sad if you guys don't like it. So I'll completely understand if you don't click the like button, believe me. But that's, hey, I'm just trying to give you guys a little bit of update. But thank you guys for watching. And as always, see you next time.